Good day, colleagues. Thank you for joining us today. We will be making a presentation on group behavior and effectiveness. So I will present to you right now with the agenda that we will be following. Our presentation will be in the following order today, where Brenda, I, will be presenting on the introduction and the factors that influence group behavior and norms of behavior. Monica, my esteemed colleague, will be presenting on group cohesion, factors that influence group effectiveness, and group structure. Our group leader, Berlita, will be presenting on group process, task maintenance, and presenting the conclusion. We know that we will be careful in our presentation to ensure that all the factors are presented in a most effective and efficient manner. A group is a set of people interacting with a common interest. A group can be any size, it can be two persons, it can be an entire group. A religion is a group. A group can have set meetings, goals, or rules, or it can be a group that's informal with no set tasks, no set function, apart from the social interactions. So your church is a group, your religion is a group, your school is a group. PACE 2022 HR program batch is a group. So a group, as I said before, can be any size, and it's just a set of persons working together with a common interest. So you're at a party, at a club, or you're a group because your common interest at that time would be entertainment. Okay? Norms of behavior is basically what is expected of you, whether it is a formal expectation or an informal expectation, whether it's written or unwritten, whether it is expressly stated or just silently expected. These are things that members should do or members of the group should not do. So those are the group norms. For example, let's say you are out with your family and you're a child and you touch something and you should not touch it. A silently expected norm is you would take a look over at mommy to see what mommy is saying, and she quickly shakes her head. So she is totally aware that you have missed on a norm and acted outside of the norm. And you yourself will be aware at that point that you are outside of the norm. Group norms can affect performance and productivity. It can also lead to members working with mutual positive benefit of the group, or it can create an awareness of emotions or things that you should be working on together as a group. It is where you ought to be or where the group desires to be that determines the group norms.
Okay, now I am going to talk about the group cohesion. Group cohesion is the interpersonal glue that's made the members of a group stick together. This is interpersonal bond that makes it easy for members to participate and remain motivated to establish the objective. That cohesion has the indicators measure teamwork are as following. The first indicator is attraction between of the members group is when the relationship about the another team work with the same similarities or interests. The second indicator is attraction toward the group is the similarities of each one with the world, the identification, the group objective and restate to abandon it. The third indicator is motivation of members to work in a group team. For example, in that situation is when the leader looking for the intrinsic motivation in his member team. And the last one is about the coordination of effort to attain to achieve of the group common objective is when the members team share the same goals, objective and achievement for the company. When you evaluate this indicator, you can note if your team has cohesion. For example, if you have a positive cohesion, are the characteristics following. For example, is award satisfaction, better productivity, complying with the norm, and sometimes the positive cohesion is when small teams, because the small team, the communication is easy with another person in the same team. And when you have a negative cohesion in your groups, the characteristics are following. For example, words conflict, bad communication, member emotion, and sometimes negative cohesion is in big teams, because in big teams there are a lot of people and the communication is more difficult with another members. Okay, improve cohesion in a work team. The company culture is a determinative factor for a good cohesion. If you have improved cohesion in your work team, you have the following characteristics. The first is the integration. The integration is the glue that keeps the connection and the interesting in the achieving the same objective. The second strategy is the cooperation, is a working together to achieve a common purpose or achieve mutual benefits. The next one is environment. It's important to be a go of outside distractors with a further team's productivity. The next is the listen. The leader must to listen about the opinion, ideas, belief, feedback, from members of team. And the last one is the motivation. The motivation is the more important for me because the leader has looking for extrinsic motivation in his team members' work, and the leader has find the passion and purpose of their life and encourage them every day to reach and their goals. In, with the five strategies, the cohesion can improve in the work team. I want to share with you my personal experience in Colombia when I work in retail company. I was part team the 20 members. That 20 members we were about the human resources management in the company. But the objective was to manage the company human resources management, but the short and short-term objectives were not met because the manager generate conflict with another members of team, did not motivate his team. Um, she has no communication skill, assertive communication, and she used for physical appearance the another person. Uh, Therefore, the consequence about that behavior of the leader is the very high turnover in the company in human resources team in that moment. Okay, factors that influence growth effectiveness. Growth effectiveness has three groups. The first group is about the structure. Describe what the group, how to set out to archive, and what tools they have structure. For example, I made a work team the performance evaluation, and my work team has to resolve the following question. The first is about the what. What is about the purpose about the work team? For example, the company needs to evaluate all the employments about the evaluation performance the last year. When the when is the dates. For example, my work team going to work or going to start that evaluation the first day in January until last day in February. Why? Why is about the reason? The reason is because the company needs to impact about the performance evaluation. And the last question is about the where. For example, in that situation, my work team can work in the home or in the workplace in that situation. Another point important about the group structure is about the roles, about the job description, about the members. In that job description has been clear about the specification, expectation, specification, and performance that all members team.
The next factor that affects group effectiveness is the group process. Group process refers to how an organization's members work together to get their things done. As you can see here, there's the 5-stage model. All groups pass through the forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning stage. With the first step, the group creations, where team members aim to identify suitable behavior. So the team members try to design their behavior as part of the team. Then the second one is the storming, where in this stage, the members shares disagreements about their leaderships, and by the end, the members come up to the same point of view. For the norming, the group members get together and motivate and cooperate with each other to accomplish their task. So performing, the group members are at work attentively working towards their target goal. They are also friendly and helpful to one another. With the last step, adjourning, group members form to do their missions. So the group stop to exit after this stage. However, some of the group members may not be unhappy if their missions was not accomplished. If we look at an effective group and try to understand the various functions that are involved in the group, we could classify them into two classes, the task functions and the maintenance functions. Task functions refer to the activities that are directly related to the effective completion of a team's work. So here's are some examples of task functions like initiating activities, seeking information, giving information, elaborating concepts, coordinating activities, summarizing ideas, testing ideas, evaluating effectiveness, and diagnosing problems. In the maintenance functions, it refers to the activities that are essential to an effective, satisfying interpersonal relationship within a team or a group. So here are the examples of maintenance functions in a group: supporting others, following others' leads, gatekeeping communications, setting standards, expressing members' feelings, testing group decisions, consensus testing, harmonizing conflict, reducing tensions. So these are some of the task functions and maintenance functions that we can say influence the group effectiveness. For the conclusions of our group, it requires time and effort to establish group norms, tasks, and obligations in order for the group to operate well. We are all unique beings with our own methods of learning, thinking, and persevering. And by defining roles and positions, a group can benefit from these differences. To arrange a group to work concurrently, a leader must create these roles and responsibilities. In order to resolve conflicts in a timely manner without causing the entire group to suffer, it is crucial to have effective conflict management skills. The secret to a productive workplace environment with the right roles, responsibilities, and positions is effective communication.